Welcome to Martha Runs the World, a podcast with a new take on running, fitness, and all things health-oriented. I'm Martha Hughes, your host, and each week I present a new topic that is of interest to all runners. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Martha Runs the World, episode 59. I had a terrific weekend. It was my birthday weekend, and everything was really a lot of fun. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, and I'm going to have two race reports. The first is the Sasquatch Racing Company's Rattlesnake Ramble. I'll talk about that first, and then later on in the show, I'll talk about the Chinese New Year 5K race that I did, and that is in support of the Chinatown YMCA, which I dearly love and have been a member of for many years. That's later on in the show. We'll talk about that. But first, I want to talk about the Coastal Trail Runs. They have their Brazen Awards at Scipollini's Pizza in Walnut Creek every year. It's a lot of fun. If you do any Coastal Trail Runs events and you don't go, you really should. I mean, it's free pizza and it's really good pizza. It's a lot of fun. They give out a ton of awards. Plus, they have this really big raffle. They give out really cool stuff, and they have shirts for sale. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you get to hear Wendell's music again. That alone is worth the free admission. I had just a great time. It was a beautiful day in Walnut Creek. I took Bart over, and I went and saw everybody. And believe it or not, I got second place in the New Year's Day in my age group, just because last year when they did the New Year's Day run, the timed event, they did it the week after New Year's because they couldn't get a permit for New Year's Eve. I guess they were kind of being stingy about that. There's a lot of reasons for it, but I won't get into that right now. So I had those miles added up with this year's, with 2019 New Year's run, and then I had enough to get second place in my age group. So I got a medal I didn't think I was going to get. So that was kind of cool. And then for the 24-hour race, I got first place in my age group. So age has its benefits, let me tell you. And that really helped take the sting off because it's been a rough year. 2019 was a very rough year. I got very disappointing news, as you probably know. I talk about it too much, about the arthritis in my hip, or hips, I should say. I have it in both hips, but only my right hip really hurts me. It's had me change my whole running, had me change everything. I've become a very, very slow runner now, and I run and walk mostly, and it's changed my whole running and racing. I really wanted to do 100K this year. I had looked forward to it and made everything so that I could run farther than ever. And that's just not possible right now. Maybe it will be in the future. I can't say. I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not the amazing Kreskin. So I know some of you old people will know who I'm talking about. The young people are going, what is she saying? Who is she talking about? You'll just have to Google it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I had to change everything around and just be happier with lower distances because I just can't do the longer races. And because baseball is coming up, it's the end of February. Next week is March. I'll use a baseball example. You're up to the plate, and the pitcher all of a sudden throws you a curveball, and you have to adjust your swing. You can't do the swing for the fastball that you were expecting. You have to adjust your swing and do it differently, or else you're going to strike out. I don't want to strike out. I want to keep going. So, yeah, I have to adjust my training. I have to adjust my whole attitude, my mental, my thinking, my whole mental ability has to be changed. Everything around it has to be changed. Or else I'm just going to be depressed, and I spent enough time being depressed over it. There were a few weeks where I just didn't run at all and I gained a bunch of weight. But I was just really sad and depressed. But that's not me, and I can't stay that way. I have to get up and get moving. and get myself focused. So my focus this year is on lower distances, shorter distances. I won't. I know I won't do anything longer than half marathon, but it's still trail half marathon. I'll do 10Ks, 5 milers. I'm doing the 5K, couple maybe road 5Ks just for fun, just to throw in there for fun. So I will continue to do races, continue to have fun and enjoy it because running is fun. It might be painful, it might hurt, but it's not long. It's not like a 6 hour pain fest. I am planning on doing a 12-hour event in July, but that's more a party, and I'm not going to move the whole time. If I rest for a while, I'll rest, and I'll just be out there enjoying the day with my friends. So I am planning on doing that. But I'm not going to stop. Nothing's going to stop me. That's my little rant, and that's how things are going. And I won't complain about it any longer because I'm sure you're tired of it. Saying, oh my God, is she talking about her hip again? Oh gosh, will she shut up? Okay, yes, I will shut up about it. I'm sorry if I'm boring you about it, but this is a big life change for me. I have to adjust. Just imagine if you love doing real long runs, and I love doing real long runs, and you can't do them anymore, and you have to adjust to shorter runs. Well, that's what I have to do. Anyway, so enough of that. Okay, so Skipolini's was lots of fun. I saw people I knew. I made some new friends, people I've seen on Coastal Trail Runs races, but I just didn't know. So I met them. I passed out some stickers. Wendell picked me out, introduced me, so that was cool. So hopefully new people are listening to the show. So thank you so much for listening. You know I appreciate you. I always do. And that was really really neat. So I appreciate that. And that was a lot of fun. And I came back with a shirt I didn't realize I was going to get, and 2 medals I didn't realize I was going to get. So woohoo! Yay! That was a fun day. So the next day was my birthday. Thank you so much. Yes, I am old. OLD. Sasquatch Racing did the Rattlesnake Ramble up at China Camp. China Camp is a state park that we have up towards San Rafael in the North Bay in Marin County, and it's along the bay up there. And I must admit I've never been there. It's a state park. It's a huge area. I see it on a map and I say, oh, it doesn't look that big, but it's massive. It's a gigantic area, lots of hills, lots of great trails, and it's a mountain biking mecca. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's just beautiful out there. So they did 5K, 10K, and a half marathon, and I did 10K, and some of my friends came along. So thank you very much, Trish and Jenny and Michael, and really big thanks to Michael for picking me up, and he took me to lunch. So thank you so much, and thank you everyone for giving me such a great birthday. So thank you so much. It was a really fun race. The 10K was just about the perfect distance right now for me. I want to eventually do a couple halves in the later in the year, but right now 10K is 5 miles to 10K is just about right. So that was cool, and the trails are just really nice. Lots of mountain bikers out there though, so you do share with the mountain bikers. They're all very courteous, except one guy who was kind of reckless and I yelled at him. But all the rest of the mountain bikers were really nice, and I had a really fun race. It was challenging but not too hard. It was warm but not too warm. It was just like perfect out there. Grace Rate Grace Great Race Company. Sasquatch did a fabulous job. Mike, I think, is the name of the race director. He and his staff were absolutely superb, friendly, courteous, knowledgeable, helpful, well organized. I loved it. Great medal, great wooden medal with a bottle cap in the back of it. Love the shirt. Just a terrific race. Highly recommend them. That was perfect way to spend my birthday. Let me tell you, it was really, really fun. And now coming up is my review, my race report of the SF Chinatown YMCA Chinese New Year fun run. And stay tuned for that. Up next. Are you a trail runner looking for a low key race with stunning views of the rugged coastline? Are you a road runner looking to qualify for Boston? Or are you just starting out and your goal is to go from couch to 5K? Come to Coastal Trail Runs. We have something for everyone, even kids' races for the little ones. Our events are located in amazingly beautiful parks and recreation areas in California. If you're looking for a challenging ultra with lots of elevation gain, then put on those gaiters and try out one of our trail 50Ks or 50 milers. If you're looking for fast and flat excitement, check out our Zoom or Zombie Runners events. What do you get out of Coastal Trail Runs? Well-marked courses, accurately measured distances, immediate race results, quality shirt designs, bling, and a low-key friendly atmosphere. Come join us. Our bibs say have fun out there on them, and we guarantee that you will. What are you waiting for? Sign up! And if that's not enough, Coastal Trail Runs is offering a 5% discount for Martha Runs the World listeners. Use the code MRTW5 on the link at martharunstheworld.com today. Welcome back. This is the second part of episode 59. I just had a really fun race this morning. It reminded me why I run in the first place. Yeah, I have a confession to make. I have gotten into a rut. My hip has gotten me down. I really had the blues, the blahs, I don't know what to call it. Running was just, it didn't feel fun. I just wasn't excited about it anymore or thrilled about it because I'd go out and sometimes it really hurt. Sometimes it kind of sort of hurt. Very rarely it didn't hurt at all. So I wasn't sure what I was going to get. I just had no desire to go to the gym, to do anything like that, to even eat right. So I was going back. So I started getting back into my bad old habits, which is not good. At my age, I need to stick to a healthy diet all the time, to exercise, and to do everything properly, or else it's not going to be a good thing. So I'm really happy I did the Chinatown YMCA San Francisco 5K this morning. And they just started adding a medal, which I love. They used to give out these neat little cloth lunch bags full of goodies and stuff, and a cotton t-shirt, but they never gave out a medal. So this was the first year. So I said, okay, I'll do it again. I hadn't done it in a couple of years. So I said, all right, I'll do it this year. So I think I'm going to do it, keep doing it, because it was really fun. I mean, it's 3 miles. So I did pretty good. I was a little slower than usual because, let's face it, I am slower than usual with with my physical stuff. I'm not as fast as I used to be, and I'm not in the shape I used to be in. And that will change. I just talked to myself this whole time saying, all right, snap out of it, Martha. You gotta get back into the swing of things. You gotta get your mind back into it. And what I did during my race is that I went back and listened to my episode, So You're in a Rut. I listened to my own advice. Now, how many times do we give advice to others, but we don't listen to it ourselves? That old saying, doctor, heal thyself. I am healing myself with my own words. So I went back and listened to it, and not bad advice. If you haven't heard it, I don't know. I forgot what episode number it is, but it's the one, So You're in a Rut. I give lots of suggestions about what to do when you get into a rut, when you're not feeling it with running. And it really helped me. So I am, truth be told, my own episode helped me. Okay. So it's a really fun little race. And you may not do road races anymore if you're a trail runner, or if you're a road runner, you may only like the real fancy, glitzy national races, or you may be snooty about it. But I'd say, come off your high horse and look for little local races that help your community. I love my Y. I have belonged to the Chinatown YMCA for probably over 10 years, a long time. I love it. It's a great facility. It's pretty modern as far as how they keep up the equipment and everything. It's clean. God, they have an amazing pool. The pool is outstanding. Everything is kept nice and sparkly clean. The staff is friendly and welcoming, and it's very much a family atmosphere. So you never have the hot shots and the muscle heads or any of those people that you have in other places. I mean, yeah, there's some problems. There's a lot of kids, and sometimes they don't put the equipment back in the right places. But that always happens, and the staff takes care of it right away. But other than that, I mean, it's not the cheapest places around. I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not really inexpensive if you're looking for a really good bargain. But it's worth it. The money that you give them, they do a lot of work in the community. They help out a lot of families. They have a lot of after school programs. Let's face it, San Francisco is a really expensive city to live in. And if you have a family and you have a lot of people living with you, you have your kids, and then you have mom and dad, and you don't make a ton of money, how are you going to live in this town? Well, you probably live in a one bedroom or a studio like I do, but you squeeze a whole bunch of people in there. That's hard to live in. So, what they do is that they offer after school programs for the kids. They have lunchtime programs for the seniors. They have lots and lots of classes. If you're a member and you don't make a certain amount of money, you get a discounted rate. And the seniors, they give a real discounted rate too. So they have all kinds of programs for them. And a lot of people come over here as new immigrants, especially in Chinatown. You're from China, so they give them a lot of counseling, how to get by in San Francisco. And it's a really, really good facility for everyone who lives in San Francisco. It's great. I love them. Anyway, that's enough free advertising for them. What they do before the race is that they have like a lion and a dragon come out, and the Chinese lion and Chinese dragon, and they dance in front and they give their blessing, and they have a bunch of dancers in traditional Chinese costumes. It's really cool. And then they have the firecrackers go out to scare away all the demons and to give wish good luck for all the runners and walkers. And then the race starts. And they have a 5K and a 10K. And most people do the 5K. There's real amazing runners do the 10K. And there are some really fast runners. And it was really fun. I swear I think I spent most of the time surrounded by kids who were going at the same pace as I was, and there were some of them that, well, I'll get there. But it starts on Grant Street, right in Chinatown, and you start, and it's all empty. So we get all of Grant Street to ourselves. So we're running through Chinatown, and we have the street to ourselves, and then it turns up, and then it goes up to Stockton, and then it goes through North Beach, and again we have the street mostly to ourselves, past everyone at Mama's waiting for them to open for their brunch, and then it goes down through to Bay Street, and then it goes around to the Embarcadero, and then it goes through the Financial to California, up Kearny, and then you're done. And the 10K, they do that twice. Actually, the first they go up to Grant, and then they go around, and then they finish. But anyway, they do the circle twice. Most of it, I was surrounded by these kids, and the kids are running and walking, and kids will sprint, and then they'll walk, and then they'll sprint, and then they'll walk, and then they'll sprint, and then they'll walk. And a couple of the kids seemed like they had lost their friends or their parents or something. They looked a little forlorn and a little worried. And I said to one of the kids, I said, "You're doing great. You're fine." And she smiled, and then she felt better. And one of the kid, and I said, "You okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, yeah, I'm okay." And then he smiled. So it's okay. I don't want them to feel bad or feel worried or anything, because they're all with us. We're going to take care of them and make sure that they're all right. One of these two young ladies, I think they were in their early teens. One of them, I had seen, she had to tie her shoe like 5 times, and she had cheap shoes. I don't care. Okay, I'll finish this, and then I'm going to go into a mini rant. So the poor thing, she had then right at the end, we're all going as fast as we can and sprinting, and she fell. And I felt really bad for her. She wasn't hurt. So someone came right away and took care of her, and they got her out, and she was okay, just a little shook up. But she had on a pair of shoes from that big shoe store on the corner right by Union Square, who has all the advertisements. Yeah, I'm not going to say their name. No free advertising here. Anyway, so get yourself a good pair of shoes. I don't care if they plaster their name all over the place, if they have big athletes, if they have the highest technology, I don't care. Get good running shoes. If you can't afford them, look for them on sale or something, but get decent running shoes. Just don't go out there in the shoes that you're in every day. That's not going to work, especially if your shoelaces keep coming untied. That's really a safety issue when you're running. And that was a perfect example of it. I feel really bad for her and I hope she's okay. But really, get yourself, if you want to really do some running, good walking, get yourself some good shoes. I would imagine that a lot of these people, this is the only big race they do every year, and they just do it, and then it's done, and then they go on and do their own thing. But if you want to get more into it, the only really big purchase you need to make are shoes, and that's the really most important thing. Find shoes that fit your feet. Don't buy because of the brand you see advertised. Buy because it fits your feet. And go back to my beginning running episode and check on there. And I'll probably do an updated one of that in the next few months. I'll update that and do another one. And they had a medal. This is the first year they've had a medal. So the medal is really pretty. And I really like it. And they gave away all kinds of goodies. And it's just a fun race. It doesn't cost that much. And the money goes to a good cause. So even if you don't like to do road races, or you say, no, I'm not into it, or I only do trail running or something, if there is a local race that benefits your community, there's no harm in going out and doing a 5K. It takes less than an hour, obviously, and you're done and you've done a good thing, and why not? Okay, I want to thank our new Patreon patron, Victor Vargas. Thank you so much for signing up. I really appreciate it. And if you too want to be a Patreon patron, just go to the website, MarthaRunsTheWorld.com, and sign up. It just costs $1 a month. If you want to give more, we love you forever. But if you just want to give $1 a month, we will also love you forever. And thank you so much for joining me. If you have any comments or suggestions for future shows, you can email me at martharunstheworld@gmail.com. And until next week, and next week is going to be really, really fun. It's all about Ragnar races. So stay tuned for that. And until next week, let's tie up our shoelaces and go for a run.